your boy the Fat Mac, and we are live from the Chitlin Circuit. And you are now tuned in to PKF Topics, baby.
I am really him.
We gotta learn to put the kids first.
I am really him. I am really that dude. I am.
You are now tuned in to PKF Topics, and I'm here with Dr. Phil at Juice Heal Thrive, phenomenal juice bar. Introduce yourself.
Well, Ken, it's good to see you. Ken's one of our good customers here, and he loves it. And so I've been the owner for a year this month, right? So at the anniversary of me taking over the business, I was a college music professor. I was an area music teacher. I kind of have a crazy resume. I've been a Pilates instructor. I've been in health and wellness for over a decade. I direct music in a church in town. Love to travel and love doing the juice business. This has been a really fun ride.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. So I have a question. How do you go from being a college professor to entrepreneur?
That's a really good question. It's not by fate. So I been a teacher for 25, 30 years. Teachers don't make very much money, right? And so I've always done another side gig or side hustle all the time since I started teaching. I've been involved in direct sales, the network marketing space. So I've always been doing stuff on the side all along. I think multiple streams of income is always really smart too, especially in times of economy. Through the pandemic, it's been really wise. So entrepreneurs have been in my blood. My father and my grandfather ran a music repair store in Belleville. And we moved back and forth when I was really young. So that entrepreneurial spirit of running your own business has just always been there. So when we got approached with the opportunity to buy the juice bar, we did have to think about it for a few days, but of course then the answer was yes for us.
Man, awesome. I'm glad you took over. You do a great job.
Thank you.
I love it here. So where did you find your passion of playing music?
Well, so I was raised in a very musical household, and my grandfather played with the St. Louis Philharmonic. My dad, when I was growing, played every weekend. It was big to go dancing, when we were younger. Dancing on the weekend at bars and restaurants. And so I grew up with that. And so music has always really just come very easy to me. So I started studying when I was really young. I play professionally. Now I play the harp. I direct music at this church where I play the keyboard and the pipe organ. I teach lessons out of my house. It's one of those things that some subjects in school did not come easy to me. Music always just came really easy.
Oh man, that's awesome. Do you have a favorite musician?
That's really hard to answer because I think I go through periods of different things. I like pop music, but I couldn't name you pop. I mean, I can name you pop artists that there are songs that I like, but if the song came in the radio, I couldn't tell you who was playing it. I do really love classical music. I was trained classically, but I don't like jazz. I'm not a big jazz fan, but I like all the other genres. So even little country.
I love country.
I know, look at your hat.
Yes. I love it.
Right, so there's not one particular artist because it kind of rotates with the season. Right now I'm already in Christmas music. It's Christmas season coming up right now, so I love listening to Christmas music. Get me inspired what I'm gonna play or perform next.
Oh man, that's awesome. So let me ask you another question, a health question. Does diabetes or high blood pressure run in your family?
Well, heart diseases ran in my family for a long time, but that's one of the things. My father died probably about 10 years ago. He didn't really take care of himself, and so one of the things around that time was starting to get more healthy, which I got into the health and wellness company of some of the products that we sell here too.
Awesome.
That started that journey of like life short. A lot of people in my family didn't really live a long time, and now people on earth are just starting to live longer because of great modern medicine as well. But the earth and natural medicine is definitely the way to go. So one of the reasons that I started making better healthy changes to my well-being and my health and my daily routine so that I can live longer or live well longer instead of having lots of health problems.
Man, I understand and respect that. What is your favorite, most unhealthy plant-based meal?
Unhealthy plant-based meal? Is there such a thing as unhealthy?
I'm sure.
I mean, if you, so we make this vegan cheesecake here that I really love. It has maple syrup in it. It is, of course, organic because everything we do is organic. But it's high in, the sugar content, but we don't add any sugar. So it's probably like my one go-to thing that's sort of on the healthy spectrum, but it's not probably as healthy as, just like a salad. Yeah.
Yes. Is eating a salad, is that your favorite food? For it's plant-based?
No, we started making the vegan nachos, and that is the thing. So we have those nachos, apple nachos, but the vegan nachos we make, and people are starting to ask, we're going to bring them back, but we make a plant-based meat, right? We make a meat, and we make our own cheese from scratch. It's all plant-based, and that is to die for.
I know, I love it, man. I had those. I remember the first time I had them, man.
We're gonna bring them back. I promise.
Cashew cheese.
Cashew cheese.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No dairy. No dairy. My body doesn't like dairy.
Let me ask you then. Are you satisfied with the juicer that you have?
The machine we have, yes, we have a $25,000 cold press machine. There are different types of ways to make juice, but we have the standard way, two-step process, and it cold presses the produce together, and that's how we get the juice. Of course, it's filtered and all those things. The company that builds it's called Good Nature. They just came out with a brand new machine. We were one of the first people to order it. It's been back ordered. A new machine takes a while, the technologies. So we have another small juicer that's coming so we can do custom juices for people that want a specific recipe, or they just want, like, I just want carrot juice, or I just want beet juice. So we're going to be able to do those things once that machine comes. Same company. So I can't wait to test it and play with it. Be a better machine to test recipes as well, because the big machine, you have to have enough produce in it in order to, squeeze it out. So it's hard to do a small recipe. It's better to do a little bit larger on that machine. So this will be a good, fun way to test with their brand new machine.
Oh man, that's awesome, man. What is your favorite juice you personally like to drink and make yourself?
So my number one favorite juice, we don't make it all the time here. It's not on a permanent menu, but it's called Oh Snap. We just like having fun names on our juices because it has a little extra ginger, so you get that snap right. And so a lot of ginger. Pineapple is one of my favorite ingredients we use here. And then, of course, some apple with it as well.
Awesome. And to keep your juices fresh, how often do you juice?
We juice here every day that we're open. Super important to us, and it's super important to our customers as well. So we juice every day so that it's fresh, so people are buying a lot. Then they have their juice stay fresh for, a good week for them. We do also add lemon to a lot of our juices, which acts as a preservative. And of course, ginger is in most of the juices up there. Some have more than others, but that also helps preserve that juice and the integrity of it.
Okay, so I have a question. You might. So if I'm dealing with an upset stomach, and I want to drink a juice, what juice would you recommend me to drink that you sell here?
Well, I would start with one of our ginger shots. So we have two different types of ginger shots, and the one ginger shot has pineapple as its base. And anything with pineapple is really going to be good for your gut and settling it down. Of course, it has a ton of ginger. And the pineapple, when we get the pineapple, the bromelain, which is the part that's good for you, is found in the core and along the skin on the outside. When people take a pineapple at home, they usually cut it up and then they core it and then they just get the pineapple. Well, it's good for you, but the real good stuff is found in that bromelain. So when we juice the pineapple here, we snap off the leaf top, we juice the whole dang thing. So the core will get grinded up with it, and then it gets pressed, so you're getting the most amount of bromelain that you need, and good. So then we mix, of course, that with the ginger. Ginger, of course, is good for the gut and for, well, we're hitting into winter now here, fall, so everybody wants ginger shots for immune boosting. So that pineapple ginger shot is the one I highly recommend for anything gut related.
Man, awesome. Also, if it was possible, what advice would the older you pass down to the younger you about nutrition and mental health?
Well, mental health, I would have worked on a long time ago and not waited till I was maybe 40 years old. And in terms of its food, I think We went through a period as a society, like, because you're closer to my age, is like everybody went to McDonald's and they thought it was a good idea. And even I think St. Louis Bread Company, when they first started out, I still call them St. Louis Bread Company, right? Around here, now it's Panera, right? Nationwide. When they were small, I felt like it was really good quality control, right? Of course, when you franchise it and make it huge, I felt like the quality went down. They weren't using ingredients. That's why I kind of love our space, because it's really small. But in terms of earth, we're not taking care of the earth. So if you look at organic food, which is what we use here, but even just regular, people think organic food is good. If you go back 100 years, the nutrient value in organic food had 60% more nutrients than it does today. So we have not done well nourishing our bodies to keep giving it what it needs. We went to convenience over quality. And so, not that I'm perfect all the time as an eater, right? Like nobody's gonna be perfect all the time.
Absolutely.
It's a struggle, but I wish my younger self would have known to eat better earlier, so that the aches and pains that are starting to come on, I would have better controlled them. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Well, you are tuned in to PKF Topics, and I'm Jack Cowboy Stice with Dr. Phil. I'm gonna do a little food review.
Okay.
On a couple of items. So what am I eating right here?
So this is Tasty Toast. This was something that people, like we have a lot of customers that are gluten-free, and they want a toast. The drizzles kind of came off because the drizzle makes it really good. So the Tasty Toast is our gluten-free bread. I spent months researching, finding the right gluten-free, and of course then we put the bananas, of course organic everything. The cacao nibs are the like a chocolate chip. And then we make a nut butter. We make our own nut butter and we put that on the bottom, and then we make a drizzle with it as well.
Okay, now what am I eating here?
Now these was inspired by the nachos that we like.
Yeah.
So we went instead for apple nachos. So instead of using chips, we're using sliced apples, and we slice them thinner so that they act like your chips, so you can just dip, right? You can, of course, use a fork, but we kind of top the same way that we do the gluten-free bread here, but instead we use the nut butter as a crumble, where we have a spread butter for this. We have a crumble nut butter for this one, so that it's over the top. And of course, we used our gluten-free granola as well. That granola is to die for. So that is on top, and we use some of the same toppings for both. So just a different texture, a different flavor. You get the sweetness of the apples too.
That's awesome. So what am I drinking here with this pumpkin spice?
So this is hot because we're coming into cold season, right?
Yes.
So this is our pumpkin spiced latte. We can have a coffee version, which is what you chose today, and we have a non-coffee version as well that some people like.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. Now I'm about to give it a try.
Okay.
Tap into this. Oh.
You almost have to pick it up. You got to dig in. He's being all like nice with it. I just pick up the whole piece and go for it.
Well, I'm gonna dig it. Cowboy style. Yeah, here we go. Let me get this.
Watch that banana so don't fall off.
Okay.
Yeah. He's going for the whole piece. The whole piece. The drizzle on top. That drizzle, so we take the nut butter and we add up multiple other ingredients to create a drizzle. Instead of using like date syrup, we use on our smoothie bowls, that people like smoothie bowls. But that drizzle, I think, has a little bit of that maple syrup in it that just creates a whole nother level.
That's 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs
That's
up.
2 thumbs up. That's 2 thumbs up. And I'm gonna try the apple nachos. Man, that's fire. Fire. I promise.
Dig down, get all the good stuff on it. Get all the good stuff.
Okay. Let me mix that in now.
Yeah, the cacao nibs are like little chocolate chips. It's so good.
That's fire. If you're ever in town, O'Fallon, Illinois, 124 West State Street, O'Fallon, Illinois, 62269, Juice, Heal, Thrive, organic, plant-based, woo,
Everything.
everything,
Everything.
gluten-free.
Vegan
Awesome.
and all the above.
We're now signing out of PKF Topics.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.